Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Rich Reviews. Today I want to do a review on a couple of new tools that I got. Also give you a little tour, if you want to call it that, of my little work area, part of which you can see in the background. Typically on my past videos I've always been in my work area, but my work area is also our laundry room. So typically I'm usually on the other side over there doing the videos, and you can see the hangers and clothes in the background hanging. But today I'm a little different view. I got a view of my workspace area, and again I'll show you that in a little bit. But right now I wanted to talk about a couple of new tools that I got. As of recent, I've gotten into buying Milwaukee. To be specific, the Milwaukee M12. They have the largest 12 volt lineup in the industry, as Ryobi has the largest 18 volt. Now, I've always stated in the past that I love Milwaukee tools, but just didn't make sense to spend that kind of money on, for contractor grade tools, and they're being used for home use. So I've never really actually owned any Milwaukee tools, but I've used them enough to know and to have an opinion that they are the best power tools, period. Now that being said, again, I finally started to buy some Milwaukee tools, mainly because the 12 volt system offers you pretty good pricing, and even though they're 12 volt tools, they are Milwaukee, so they are comparable to some of the 18 volt tools out there in terms of power. And again, being Milwaukee, I know they are built very well and very durable. Milwaukee's motto is heavy duty, and they are not kidding. So let me start with the M12 multi-tool. Now this came as a kit. Along with the kit, I got the Milwaukee drill driver, and if you've watched my past videos, you'll know I did a review on that. But that came with this and two batteries, two 1.5 batteries. Basically this is a 2.0, but it's the same size battery. And it came with a bag, and it came with a charger. And it was $99. It was a one-time online deal. The normal price for this kit is $189, so I got a real steal for that. And again, they're Milwaukee's. So let me go over a couple of the features on this. It has a universal piece that came with the kit. So this is the normal head on it. Now understand, this is not the kind that you could just change the blade or whatever without a tool. You will need an Allen key, which it came with that. And you just take out this bolt here, and then you can put on your blade. It came with one blade, and it came with a sanding block and a couple pieces of sandpaper to fit on it. But also it is compatible with other makes of blades and everything. So this little piece here, this is an adapter plate. So you would take this off, put on this plate, and then whatever blade you decide to get. I bought a rigid set, but it is compatible with a lot of different blades out there. So you're not just limited to the Milwaukee. It does come with that attachment. Some of the features on this, let me plug in the battery here to show you. It does have a fuel gauge for the battery, but it's not on the battery. It's actually on the tool. So right here, if I turn this on, you'll see the lights. It only comes on when you activate the tool. There's no other way of turning it on. So when you turn on the tool, you'll turn on those lights, and it will stay on for a few seconds, and then it will go off. But that's your indicator. So obviously, I have 4 lights on there. That means I got a fully charged battery. When it gets down to 1, you know you got to change it. So that's one of the features on it. Obviously, your power button is right there. Not a real lot to say about it. It's for a 12 volt. It's pretty strong. I've cut a couple of pieces of board with it. I've done some sanding with it, and it's been great. It's a handy tool to have. It's not as big as the 18 volt one, so you can fit it in some tighter areas if you need to. It's got 12 speeds on it. I'm at the maximum speed right now, but it's a simple turn of the dial to adjust the speed on it. It doesn't have an LED light anywhere, so some of the other ones, they have the light. This has no light on it or anything, so you have to live with that. Just make sure you got a light with you. But that's the Milwaukee M12 multi-tool. So that was one of the tools I wanted to talk about. The other tool, and I just recently purchased this one, is the M12 staple gun. Now it's pretty compact, and it's pretty comparable in size to a standard hand staple gun. Let me show you, as a matter of fact. So this is my PowerShot stapler. You compare that to this, and not a huge difference in size, considering. So pretty comparable, but a big difference in how it's going to shoot, and the fact that you're going to get tired with this after a while. Pressing. It's going to get to you after a little bit. So the way this operates, obviously you take the battery right in there. Now you can operate without actually turning on the whole gun. You can operate this by just pressing it, like that, and that'll show you the lights. It has the indicator just like the multi-tool does. This has a belt clip, so if you want to hook it on your belt while you're doing something, that's fine. The sleeve where the staples go on both sides, it is clear and open, so you can see how many staples you have. To open that is very easy. There's a clip right here. Press that, slide it out, and your staples go right in there. Just drop them in upside down, snap it shut, and you're good to go. This is your nozzle for kind of a safety. It won't shoot unless that is depressed. So as soon as you press that into something and it's flat, it will shoot. And this takes anywhere from 1/4 inch up to 9/16 staples. So a lot of different sizes you got available to you. Very strong, pretty strong gun, considering the size, but it is Milwaukee, so that shouldn't be all too surprising. It has your setting here. Oh, this side has the plus minus. Okay, here we go. So if you push down towards the minus, you're not putting the staple in as far. If you go up towards the plus, that means you're going to be sinking the staple in further. This does have a dry run feature. Once you get down to 5 staples, it will not shoot. So you have to reload. It doesn't wait until you're out of staples and then you go to fire and it makes an indentation or a mark in the wood or whatever you're working on. So it's got that feature where it gets down to 5 staples, it's not going to fire anymore until you reload it. So just something to keep in mind. And this this also came sort of as a kit. You actually bought the, I don't know if they have the deal going on right now, but when I bought it last week, you bought this, or any of the 12 volt tools for that matter, you bought this and you got free 2 amp hour red lithium battery. If you bought 2 of the 12 volt tools, whichever 2 you wanted, you got the battery and you got the 12 volt charger. So I don't know if that deal is still going on right now, but you might want to go and check it out if it is. So like I said, basically you could say it came as a kind of a kit. So those are the 2 newest members to my family, so to speak. And so now I'll take you for a little tour of my shop and show you some things. Hold on. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse the camera and I'm going to turn around and turn around now. And I'm going to reverse the camera. Okay, so this is my little shop area. Now this table here I built myself. That shelf right there, I built that. And I also built that battery compartment on top of the shelf. So everything there I built myself. I got some tools stacked underneath the table. I got my skill saw. I got my miter saw. A couple bags, case, whatever. So that's my underneath storage. This is a shelf that I built. I got my hammer drill and impact in there, my radio and my fan. I got a couple of chargers on the wall mounted to charge my batteries. That's my daughter next to it. Little radio, Bluetooth radio I got. There's my multi-tool tape measure on there. This little table here, I have some tools also on this. So I got my light. I got another small radio, drill, compressor. That's also a compressor and a deflator for that matter. Got a battery on the side. Let's go over to here. Up on the top of the shelf, I got my socket set. Scan over to here. I got my rigid hammer drill, my 12 volt Milwaukee, and my 12 volt impact and drill driver from Rigid. A little setup there on the wall. This battery compartment, this is by Bell Howe. I bought this in Walmart. Great because, as you can see, it holds a tremendous amount of batteries. And they did it, they kind of made it so that it holds more of the batteries that are used the most. In this case, AAAs and AA's. They're the most highly used batteries of any of them. So naturally they have more slots for those. Followed by D batteries and C batteries, and the one that's used the least are 9 volts. And then right there is a removable battery tester. So you can just slide that out of there. You put your battery in between the red nozzle and the black, and that'll tell you your charge on the battery, or if it's good or if it's garbage or what. And I got little drawers there for screws, bolts, all kinds of things. I got the batteries to all these drills here. I got them all mounted right over here. Nut drivers. I got my levels. I always loved Empire levels. That's the only levels I use. Of course, also squares too. Got a big one there and a smaller one there. They're also Empire. My toolbox. So I got that stuffed with all sorts of things. As you can see on the right side, there's my staple gun. I got it hung on the side of the drawer. And that's my light. Now, let me tell you something about this light. Okay? Let's take a look at this. This is made by Energizer. You can get it in Home Depot. This puts out 550 lumens of light. Pretty good considering the size of this thing. It's got multiple ways of mounting it, or as you can see, it stands. You could just lay it like that and it stands on its own. There's a thing right up here. I don't know if I could do this with one hand or not. Let me see. Yeah, I can. Yeah, okay. So this pulls up, and it's a hook, and it twists. You can hook it on to, I don't know, a pipe or a piece of board or something like that, so you can hang it if you need to. And one other way of mounting, if you have anything metal, like the heater for the water heater, for instance, it'll stick on that. Pipe, it'll go on that. Furnace, it'll go on that. So you have multiple options, and here's the vent system up top. If I need to, I can put it on that. And of course, the light has, let me bring that down. I don't want to shine this in your face because it's extremely bright, but the light trigger is right there, so press that. Now if you press it again, it tones down the light. Press it again, shuts it off. So it's got 3 different settings. You know, the on-off, high and low beam settings. So that's really good light, especially if you're in tight areas or you just want something, you know, you don't have to lug around anything too big. That's definitely a great option as far as lighting goes. So something you might want to look into. And that's pretty much it. Well, this sign I bought in, actually I got this in an auto store. I thought it was pretty funny, so I had to buy that and put that up. And yes, I am a Giants and a Devils fan. So that's my little workshop area. I figured in all the times I've been doing videos and everything, it's about time you saw where Rich Reviews does his work. Anyway, I'm going to turn this back. Alright. So, that was my review on a couple of the new Milwaukee tools that I got. And again, a little tour of my work area. Anyway, that's it for this one. Tune in for the next review. I don't know when that will be, but stay tuned. Have a good day. Bye.